Hello everyone, on the 23rd of May, SwissCore organized its annual event with the theme Building the Digital Era, the Way to the Open Science Cloud. President of the Research Council of the Swiss National Science Foundation, Martin Vertelli, first opened the floor.
Welcome to this event. It's always a pleasure to be back here in Brussels and talk a little bit about what Switzerland does in various areas of science. This year we sort of said, well, let's do a technical program that is actually aligned with issues that are being discussed in Brussels in particular, and that's the Open Science Cloud.
We then asked Claudia Labisch from Leibniz how her institution can contribute to and benefit from the cloud, and this is what she had to say.
Well, I believe the European Open Science Cloud is about sharing data. It is about making data available to other scientists. So our scientists would benefit from the cloud because they would have easier access maybe to data, to publications. It would allow for more cooperation, collaboration, be it on a European or an international level, and it brings visibility to our scientists.
One would simply ask, what are the key elements for a successful transition towards digital science in Europe? Let's hear what Patrick Aebischer from EPFL had to say.
So how to make the transition in the digital world in Europe? I think it's very important to have a great investment in education, in research, in picking the right areas, I think like digital medicine, digital humanities, but also and foremost to share the data between all the scientists in Europe.
We then had a few words from Martin Vertelli on the future of science.
Open science is critical for the future of science, and so I'm very happy that the European Union is looking into building an open European science cloud.
We then asked Kurt Vandenberghe how a European open science cloud should be built, and his explanation was as follows.
So the cloud will be built for scientists with scientists. It's not a big new machine that we will construct and design in Brussels. And for that we need three things. We need to make sure that we have the governance rights, the rules of the game. Secondly, we need to have an ecosystem where companies, SMEs, researchers are developing all the tools to extract the value from this data. And then lastly, very important also, is the whole infrastructure, that we have high performance computing and data infrastructures with large bandwidth.
And lastly, Thomas Hofmann from ETH Zurich briefly explained why a European open science cloud is needed.
So I think I have a background in machine learning, so it's basically about creating value out of data. I think what's really important for an open science cloud is that you don't just make data available, but you also encourage people to collaborate on actually analyzing the data and understanding the data, and not just making the data available as it is. So I think that's a dimension that for me personally I think is very important.
That brings us to the end of our video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to follow us on Twitter, Facebook and LinkedIn.